Are you so excited for Project Hail Mary?
Project Hail Mary!
I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited about a movie coming out in such a long time.
Me too.
I mean, we talked about it in our book episode, but that was a
Uh-huh.
book that you recommended it to
Yes.
me. Again, it's not the type of book I would normally read, but I
Uh-huh.
fell in love with the book. And then I saw, was it, I think a few months ago, that
Yes.
they were making a movie version of it, and I
Uh-huh.
had to tell you
Of
immediately.
course.
And we've been like counting down, and then they finally released the trailer
The
for it,
trailer for it.
and it's coming out very soon. I'm so
I'm
excited.
also very excited.
I'm I was telling you earlier that the character of Rocky is not
Uh-huh.
at all how I imagined it to be.
Really? I was surprised because for me, like he was exactly the way I pictured
That's
him.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm excited either way.
Yeah,
He's a
it's
lot
such a
cuter.
the cast is great because Ryan Gosling is gonna be there.
Love it.
It's a sci-fi movie. It's by the same author who wrote The Martian. If you guys watched
Matt Damon,
this
love.
movie, yes, and so it's gonna be the same author wrote a book which is called Hail Mary Project or
Hmm.
Project Hail Mary, and it's amazing. The book is great, and I have such high hopes for the movie.
I'm very optimistic about the movie. I
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna be good. The trailer looks really good,
The
so
trailer looks
I'm
great.
excited.
But you know how they often do. They put like the best scenes in the trailers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, I have trust.
Yes, I have trust as well. And also, honestly, I'm very, very excited to go to the movies because I haven't been to the movies in forever. And I mean like okay, no, I'm lying, not years. I went to the movies the last time when it was TIFF last year,
Oh yeah, me too.
not 2025, 2024.
Oh, okay, okay.
Deaf, and we went to the movies to see the movie of a Ukrainian director, actually. He came
Yay.
here. The movie is called You Are the Universe, and it's actually a sci-fi movie. When I was told that the movie is about space and love, and I'm like, oh my God, count me in.
I'm in.
I'm going. I'm in. It was such a beautiful movie. I
Oh,
guess that
good.
it was in the cinemas in Ukraine last year, the end of 2025. I guess that you can find it somewhere like
Yeah.
on some streamers or whatever.
You're
Beautiful
right.
movie.
I feel like we don't go to the movies that
No.
often anymore. I
Mm-mm.
guess just it's kind of expensive, to be honest. And the
I would
movies
not even know. I have no idea.
the movies become available on streaming
Yeah.
so quickly these days. Last year, I did see a movie at TIFF as well. I saw
Oh,
the Knives Out,
the
the
knife.
newest Knives Out
Yeah.
movie, and that was really, really good. I'm such a fan of this whole Knives Out franchise.
Me too, but honestly, the best one was the first one.
Mm,
I mean, yeah, I mean, this is like
okay.
how I feel about it
Yeah.
because I didn't see there was something about the church. I don't remember the
That was the
mystery, buried mystery or
that was
dead.
the newest one. Yeah.
Yeah, something, I don't remember the name, but I didn't go to the movies to watch it because it was on Netflix. It came to
Not long
Netflix like
ago.
somewhere in December.
Hmm.
So I watched it and it was great. Josh Brolin,
Love him. Yeah.
love him, but it wasn't as good as the first one, I feel.
Okay. Well, I would say, I mean, for me, the second one, Knives
The
Out,
Glass
Glass Onion
Onion,
is my favorite.
I
I
love the characters there.
loved it so much. And just that whole like murder mystery,
Mhm.
I don't know, it feels very nostalgic in a way. It reminds me a lot of, like Agatha Christie type novels, like the
Yes.
who done it, like
Hmm.
this whole mystery of trying to figure out who the murderer is at the end. It's just so it's such a great concept that hasn't been done in the past few years or in the
Uh-huh.
past little while that it's refreshing to
Yeah.
have this style of movie again.
Speaking of Agatha Christie, have you seen, it's definitely, no, not Netflix or Disney, whatever, on one of the streamers, there is the movie The Ghosts of Venice, I
No,
believe,
I
and
haven't.
it's based on Agatha Christie's book,
Really?
and it's a good one.
Ooh,
Such a
okay.
beautiful one. It's in Venice, of course, and Hercule Poirot is there. And it's a beautiful movie and very interesting with a lot of like
Okay.
suspense and like ghosts. And because Hercule Poirot, he's like the man of logic and science, and he's seeing ghosts, and he's like, "What the hell? Like it cannot be happening. Like I'm seeing ghosts, but I know that it cannot be like true. I know that they're not real. So like the investigation is happening. It's a good movie.
I grew up on Agatha Christie, so I love any sort of theme or style like Agatha Christie, Nancy Drew, I guess when I was younger, but all of those types of books and movies, since we're
Uh-huh.
talking about movies,
Yes.
I love them.
Speaking about books, detectives, I have not read anything by Agatha
You
Christie.
should.
I know I should
Yeah.
definitely read some, but I mean, I know Miss Marple, I know Hercule Poirot. I don't know why I have to say it with French accent. I know those guys and I know the stories
Yeah.
because of the movies. But I grew up reading Arthur Conan Doyle.
Mm-hmm.
Sherlock Holmes was like my type of
Yes.
hero. And I was in love with the TV show.
Yeah, me too. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Oh my gosh.
I
So
loved
good.
him so, so much.
Too short this
Too
year.
short. Although they have like 5 seasons.
I thought they only had three.
No, 5 seasons.
Okay, I need to.
Again, they deteriorated, my personal opinion. The fourth and the fifth seasons, they were like, yeah. But the
Mm-hmm.
first three ones, oh, amazing.
Really? Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch, but also Moriarty.
Is that the guy who plays Wilson?
No, the Professor Moriarty, the main villain,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Andrew Scott. Oh, dear
Oh,
God, I love that
okay.
guy.
I think it's been a while since I've watched it, so I don't.
Watson is amazing, but he's not a heartthrob. Like, let's be honest, he's amazing. Love him as a hobbit.
Sweet. Yeah.
Sweet, great
Not a
actor,
heartthrob.
but not a heartthrob.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, going back to movies.
Uh-huh.
I wanna talk to you about like your top movies. So if you have to choose, this is gonna be really hard for me because I don't know, but do you have like top you're like itching to tell me.
I'm not itching. I'm like panicking, like, oh my God, there are so many good movies.
There
What you
really are, yeah.
choose?
Okay, top three. Let's narrow it.
Okay, I want to say first that the top, the holy grail of the movies for me would be The Lord of the Rings, the first six Star Wars movies,
Yes,
and Harry Potter
Harry Potter,
movies.
of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
they
Harry
don't count.
Potter will like in this same order. The first is Lord of the Rings movies, then Star Wars, the first six movies, and then Harry Potter movies. Okay.
Mm.
It's the movies. I'm not talking yet about the TV shows.
Mine goes the opposite. Mine's Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is like my
Okay.
all-time
Okay.
favorite. I know them by heart. I cannot even tell you how many times I have watched them. And this
Okay.
is like 10 hours of your life.
It really is. They're long movies.
Yes.
Okay, so these
Okay.
cannot count.
Yes, I'm
One
not
and
talking
done.
about them. They are like out of competition,
Yes,
like
of course.
all-time favorite.
By far.
So the standalone movies, the first one will have to be Batman: The Dark Knight. This movie is
Is that the one
something.
with Heath Ledger?
It's the one with Heath Ledger. He got Oscar for this role posthumous.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger in the role of Joker, I mean, unparalleled.
Really good.
Unparalleled.
Yeah.
Just like phenomenal. I don't know. I don't have any other probably character or performance that is so deeply like set in my mind as like something genius.
Yeah.
He's just amazing in
Yeah.
this role. He's so scary. Like you're looking at him, like the way he talks, the way he behaves, and you're like, this person is totally unhinged. I don't want to be like
Yeah.
anywhere near them. And still you like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like that when they glorify the villains,
Yeah.
let's say.
He was a brilliant actor. Like,
Yeah.
and he has such diverse roles
Yes.
too. So it's not, I mean, and that's how you know that that's the makings of a good actor, right? A
Exactly.
good performer.
Yeah.
Because when you're watching him as the Joker, he is the Joker,
He is the
right?
Joker.
And then you've seen him in
Brokeback
Mountain.
Mountain.
What was that medieval rom-com
Oh my
that
God,
I
about the
loved?
knight?
Yeah.
Oh,
Knight's Tale, A Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale.
I love him in that
Yes.
too. 10 Things
It's
I Hate
actually
About You.
right now, these movies are trending on Amazon Prime for whatever
Like
reason.
older movies?
No, these exact movies
The
that you
Knight's
said, The
Tale.
Knight's Tale and 10 Reasons to Hate You.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Sorry, yes.
Classic.
Yes,
Classic.
yes.
Okay.
And also, I remember him in a movie which is called Dr. Parnassus Imaginarium.
Oh,
Crazy
yes.
psychedelic movie with Johnny Depp. So what actually happened, they were making this movie. Okay, don't quote me on that, but I believe that they were doing it either at the same time that they were doing The Dark Knight, or they did it like immediately after The Dark Knight, and
Mhm.
then he passed,
Okay, so time frame was
unfortunately.
similar.
Yes, and they had to replace the character of Heath Ledger with Johnny Depp.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I
Like in the middle of the movie?
exactly. Again, because like he passed, the
Oh,
actor Heath Ledger, he passed, and they had to. Anyway,
okay.
getting back to The Dark
Okay,
Knight,
so
love this
that's
movie.
one.
It's such a an intense movie.
Yeah.
All the time something is happening.
Yeah.
And again, what I love about these comics or fantasy sci-fi movies is that the creators of these movies, they show so many parts of like human personality, about
Yeah.
morale. There is like a beautiful scene about,
Yeah.
like, remember, two boats, and one boat was with prisoners and the other boat was with civilians, and Joker said that like one of the boats will have to be blown up, but the people on the boat will have to choose who is going to be blown up, which
Yeah.
boat. And then the prisoners, they just like throw their controller away because they're like, we're prisoners, we've done terrible things.
Yeah.
I'm talking and I have like
Well,
literal goosebumps.
yeah, I love it when they make the characters is even the bad
Oh,
guys, like the typical bad guys, they
yes.
bring such dimension
Yeah,
into
love
all of the
it.
characters.
Okay, so The Dark Knight is the
Dark
first
Knight's
one.
one.
The second one would be The Departed.
The Departed.
Oh my God. This movie is also, I've seen it, I cannot even count how many times I've seen it.
I have a
Have you seen this
confession. I don't
movie?
think I've seen it.
The cast, Matt Damon, Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio, Nick, no, not Nick,
Nick
sorry,
Jik,
Jack Nicholson, and
all perfect.
oh God, what is his name? The Mike Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark, not Mike. Mark. What is
I'm sure
happening
he
to
has a
me?
brother named Mark.
Mark
I don't know.
Wahlberg. The cast is brilliant. The story, amazing. Such a great story. A lot of suspense. A lot of very nice like scenes in the
Mm-hmm.
movie. The music. Oh my God, this
Okay.
movie, I love it so
I
much.
will have to put it on my list.
Yeah.
Okay. The Departed.
The Departed.
All right.
Yes. And the last one would be Inglorious Bastards. This movie is also like, it has a very special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I love the idea of good people fighting the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is amazing. And what they were doing to Nazis in the movie, I also loved it. Although I know it's very cruel, but unparalleled to, unmatched to what Nazis were doing to people.
Mm-hmm.
And the cast, like, guys, the cast, Brad Pitt, Michael Fassbender, Diana Kruger, uh, the beautiful actor, his name is Christopher Waltz.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
movie,
I'm gonna have to put that on my list too. I
you
don't think I've seen
you
it.
haven't watched it?
I don't think
You
so.
are in for a treat, Hannah. I
Okay.
am so envious and so jealous because I would literally have my memory erased to watch this movie again from the start.
Okay.
Such a beautiful movie. So
I
that would take like the top three from,
okay.
like, if we talk about like standalone movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have to say, like, yeah, when it comes to, and you know how this is for me with books, movies, TV shows,
Uh,
I have the mind of a goldfish and I will forget as soon as I finish something. So if I've watched a movie, I will have an impression of it. So I will think like this was an amazing movie. This
uh,
was great. This was fun. This was not good. And then I'll forget everything about the movie. Like I'll forget the actors, the plot, the characters. I will
I
just remember I will just remember how I felt when I finished the movie or the show or whatever.
interesting.
I just have a very bad memory when it comes to these things. But yeah, I think what would make a good movie for me is if I do remember details
Uh-huh.
about the movie. And I'm also not really the type of person to watch movies multiple times. Like I'm a very one and done type of
Mm-hmm.
person. Same as books, same as TV shows. I don't really rewatch a lot of things. Although there are some things that I rewatch now
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know why, but maybe for nostalgia
Mm-hmm.
sake. But I think a lot of movies, I tend to attach movies to how I was feeling at the time and how I am able to emotionally resonate with a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So there can be a really, really amazing movie that's like Oscar nominated and highly critically acclaimed and all of that stuff, and I'll watch it. But if I'm not in the mood, I'll be like, it was okay.
I see.
But I can watch kind of a not so great movie, but I really am in a place where I'm emotionally attached to the story or the
Interesting.
characters or whatever, and I will absolutely love the movie.
Ah, nice.
So yeah,
But okay, top three movies from you, I want to hear them. But also, so you don't have like the comfort show or comfort movies?
I do have a couple, but again, they didn't become comfort movies until a few years ago. And I don't know what
Oh,
it is. It's just I never had any interest or time to rewatch a movie that I've already seen. I'm like, oh, I already saw it. Why would I want to see it again? But
wow.
now I will go back and watch some movies just because they're so comforting to me.
Uh-huh.
And the movies that I go back to, I wouldn't say top three, whatever, but rom-coms I
Uh-huh.
always go back to and like teen movies.
Teen movies.
So, like you mentioned, 10 Things I Hate About You, A Knight's Tale, uh, all of those rom-coms like, Kate and Leopold and
Oh, that one's good.
all of those movies I will always go back to.
Uh-huh.
When Harry Met Sally and 16 Candles and all of those. No?
Those I have
Okay.
no idea
Okay.
about. But you know what? Sorry, before you tell me about your three favorite
Yes.
movies, I have read somewhere on the internet for sure about comfort TV shows and movies that actually they have the response in your brain that first of all, you know for sure how they're going to make you feel. You know that there will be no surprises for you.
Yeah.
You know the story, you know that it's like gonna be. So it's a kind of like also like the psychological thing that you consciously watch these movies, not because you like them, but also because you know that
Where it
like
goes and
exactly
how
how
it.
you're gonna make how they're gonna make
Yeah.
you feel.
Kind of like no stakes, even though
Exactly.
there aren't, it's a movie, it's a TV show, there's no stakes, obviously, for you personally,
Yes.
but emotionally, there's no
Yeah.
stake. This is why, so when it comes to rewatching, I do tend to rewatch movies more so than I watch TV shows because I do get kind of emotionally attached to TV
Mm-hmm.
shows, and when they end, I get sad.
Yeah.
So, okay, my all-time favorite TV shows, for example, Friends and The Office and
Uh-huh.
Arrested Development. Okay, that's my holy grail of TV shows. I will watch them. I will rewatch them, but I never watch the last season.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I don't
it.
know why.
I love it. That's a
Cannot
very good
I
trick.
cannot watch the last season because I know it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
And I get too sad knowing that it's over. So I will watch until like as far as I go, and then I'll start back from the beginning.
Nice. I
Yeah.
love it.
Okay, but my top three
Top
movies.
three
Let
movies.
me I gotta think because I don't know. Okay. The first one I will say is in this genre of I watch it all the time. It's very nostalgic, huge uh moment in my life when I watched it and just something that I grew up with, part of pop culture, Clueless.
Okay. And I'm clueless.
You have not watched Clueless. Okay, you have to watch Clueless. Uh,
What's the genre?
it's like a teen movie.
Uh-huh.
So this rich girl living in her like Beverly Hills,
Uh-huh.
whatever, rich high school, whatever. And it's just like about her life, really. There's not like a true storyline, but it's just about her in high school.
Uh-huh.
She falls in love with this guy, turns out to be the wrong guy. It's actually it's based on a Shakespeare
Oh, really?
story. A lot of these high school
What?
sort of movies are, right? It's based on, oh my gosh, this is gonna really, let's do it in the language lab.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to research it, but it is based on a Shakespeare. During that time, the 2000s, the early 2000s, I feel like there were a lot of movies
Uh-huh.
like that because you had that one, you had Shakespeare in Love, you had the Romeo and Juliet, you had
Romeo and
She's the
Juliet.
Man, like a lot of things that were based on based off of
Wow.
Shakespeare.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
The
one.
first one, Clueless.
Clueless is my first
Mhm.
one. The second one I would say is, you know what, just because I can't really think of any other, but Knives Out, Glass Onion. And
Uh-huh.
again, because it's representative of the genre.
The genre.
Again, this is a genre that I really lean towards and I
Hmm.
love. Same as Clueless, it's a genre that I love as well. So that one, Knives Out, Glass Onion. And the reason, I don't know, I really like it a lot because it's just such a, there's so much suspense and mystery.
Yeah,
And it was one of the movies where I couldn't guess the ending.
that's what I wanted to say. It keeps
Yes.
you guessing
Yes.
until the very last
And you're
moment.
just on the edge of your seat because
Hmm.
you're when you watch these types of murder mysteries, you try to guess. I
Of
think most
course.
people do this. You think, oh, okay, yeah, this is the suspect. This suspect is the killer, whatever. But this one just keeps
Yeah.
your mind keeps turning.
Also, there is a lot of like red herring,
A
right? It's
lot of red
like
herring.
they're like making you think that like that's that person. It's
Exactly.
him or her.
Exactly.
And you're like,
Exactly.
yeah, maybe, but I know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Nice. And the third one?
I I honestly don't know. I can't really, I don't know. Okay, lem a Korean movie.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So one Korean movie, again, I feel like I'm emotionally attaching
Hmm.
myself to these types of movies. But there's a very old Korean movie that I watched when I was younger. I would say it's probably like the first Korean movie I ever watched.
Okay.
It's called Taegukgi, and Taegukgi is the name of the Korean flag.
Oh.
And it's a very famous movie. It's a war
Hmm.
movie and it's about the Korean War. So it's basically the story of North Korea and South
Hmm.
Korea and just how much more complex a war within a
Yeah.
country is uh, outside of it actually being a war.
Hmm.
So it was something that I didn't know anything about Korea. I couldn't speak Korean. I couldn't really understand Korean. I didn't know anything about Korean history or whatever. And so I was at an age where I was becoming interested in understanding a
Hmm.
little bit more about Korea. And when I watched it, it just like it shook me to my core. Like it
Oh,
was one of those movies where I was like, I didn't realize that this country had such a deep
con.
emotion and history and whatever. So yeah, I think that would be another movie that like really
Nice.
resonated.
Okay, but when you say when you were younger, like teenage younger
Yeah,
or
a
like young
teenager.
adult?
I was a
Okay, you
teenager.
were a
Yeah.
teenager.
Teenager, I want to say. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is the thing. I feel like the movies that are memorable for me and the ones that I would say are in my top are ones that I attach myself to because of the time of my life, like where
Hmm.
I was when I watched it and how I was feeling when I watched it. That makes
Nice.
it memorable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Objectively, it doesn't matter if they're objectively good or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like if they're good for you, like who cares
True,
what they
true. I can enjoy
objectively
them.
are? Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
What about the TV show? So one of the TV shows that you mentioned, like it was your recommendation, Arrested Development. Hannah's been like, how come you never watched it? Like you have to watch it. And I was like, oh my God, I have to watch it. I started watching it and I could not stop. I binge watched it.
Yeah, yeah.
Such a great show, like such a no-brainer. It's a very comforting show. You don't have to think a lot. You just can like sit and relax and laugh.
But the amazing thing about Arrested Development, just on a surface level, it's a great show. The it's funny, it's the family's
Yes.
pretty chaotic. It's really it's a good watch,
Uh-huh.
but there's so many Easter eggs,
Easter
there's
eggs
so
and
many
recurring
recurring
jokes.
jokes that makes it like every time you watch it, you find something new and
Uh-huh.
the genius of the writing,
Yes.
right? Just how do you think of
How
a
do you write it
how do
in?
you write it
Like,
in? How do you think of a joke like that? How do you make it like recurring? And some of the things are just so dumb,
yes,
like
but
the
so
chicken
funny.
dances.
Chicken dances.
Okay. Highly, it's a show that I would highly recommend,
Yes.
even for language learners. Like it's such
Hmm.
a good show to
Yeah.
watch. And they're quick, they're short, they're like 20,
Yeah.
25 minutes
And
long.
also there are 5 seasons, but you have to watch only three because the last 2 seasons they were like
The first the first three seasons are the only ones that
they're
count.
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
gold. Yeah.
So Arrested Development, what are some other TV shows that you are like on your constant watch list that you're like, okay?
So
Time to watch it again.
those ones, the rewatch, are always sitcoms and comedy.
Uh-huh.
So the Friends, The Office,
The Office.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Seinfeld is a big one for me. Curb Your Enthusiasm. These are all from kind of
Uh-huh.
longer, like back in the 90s, 2000s.
Uh-huh.
But those are all really, really good shows. I also
You're a big fan of reality TV
I
shows.
do. I love
Mm-hmm.
reality shows. I don't rewatch them though, because new seasons come out like every couple of months.
Okay.
So there's
Uh-huh.
always a new reality show to watch. I'm very partial to the Netflix reality shows. I don't know the production value, they're really good. So a lot of them are kind of guilty pleasures for me. They're just
Mm-hmm.
kind of mind melting. That's the type of TV that I like. I like just watching the drama on the TV and leaving it on the TV. So I like these days the real estate reality
Oh,
dramas. So Selling
okay.
Sunset, Owning Manhattan, Selling uh, the OC, those types of
Mm-hmm.
ones. And then we've got the dating one. So I love Love is Blind.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new season out right now that I'm binging. There's Love
Love
on
on
the
the Spectrum.
Spectrum.
That's the
Oh
one that
my
I really
gosh,
want to watch.
so heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
Very different type of reality show and such a heartwarmer. Like it's such a good one. I also like there's these Korean reality shows that have been on Netflix these days that I'm really liking. So Physical
Mm-hmm.
100 is one that I love.
It's
And
about the athletes,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's like basically you have 100 of Korea's strongest athletes in all aspects of when we think about athleticism. So they can
Mm-hmm.
be like Olympic, runners, wrestlers, CrossFit builders, bodybuilders. You have Alpine rescue unit
Oh,
workers. You have
okay.
firefighters. You have people from all aspects
Mm-hmm.
that are physically strong in their own way,
Okay.
and then they test them to see who's the strongest person in Korea. And then their newest season is called Physical Asia, where they had countries in Asia
Ah,
competing to find out who the
yeah.
strongest country is. That was so good. And also Korean dating ones. So Singles Inferno is a great
Mm-hmm.
one. There was one called oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was about divorced singles trying to find love again. So there were, yeah, some really good ones like that.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you? What are some TV shows that you like?
So first of all, I have never seen any reality TV shows, I
Hmm.
guess. Maybe, if it can be called a reality TV show, we had back home something like a knockoff, Ukrainian knockoff of X Factor.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
So that was the one that I was watching. I
Yeah.
remember like because usually they go like the season starts somewhere like the end of the fall and they go up until like the spring, so the cold period of the year.
Yeah.
What do you do? At the weekends, you sit at home and you watch. And I
Yes.
remember that me and my friends, we were like having our favorite like participants. We were even like sending votes by like text
Yeah.
messages or whatever stuff. That was enjoyable, but I'm not a big fan of those because I
Hmm.
don't know, like they seem very artificial to me.
That's why I like it.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Yeah,
reason.
it's
But
like
like I
show me a
said,
real thing. I mean,
no,
okay, it sounds very weird, like coming from me loving like all of the sci-fi and fantasy things, like show me the real
it's
thing.
not real either.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm watching a reality TV show, I want to see something real. Like, I mean, like us, like we're showing our real self,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
show me the
Okay,
same
okay.
thing.
I get it. I get it.
Yes, but my favorite TV shows, so the ones that you named, The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I love Friends, but I don't think honestly that I have ever like rewatched the entire thing. But The Office watched a couple of times,
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, same
Yeah.
thing. And then the top favorites would be probably The Mandalorian. It's the Star
Ooh.
Wars, one of the Star Wars TV
Specifically
shows,
The
specifically The
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Okay.
This is another like type of a movie slash TV show that I cannot even count how many times I
Mm.
watched. I
Mhm.
remember that I had times when I would watch like start season one, season four finished, let's start it over. And I would like watch it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just like, I was obsessed with this show. I love every single thing about this show.
And I mean Pedro Pascal. I
Pedro,
mean, you don't see him at all in the first season, but it doesn't matter. You know
yeah,
it's him.
but you do see him a couple of times in the show. So, oh my God, like this, The Mandalorian, love it so much. The Mandalorian, and then Doctor Who, of course. I'm
Yes.
a
I
Whovian,
know
as
that
they
you
call them.
have a love of Doctor Who.
Yes, I have a big love of Doctor Who. However, so if you guys do not know the Doctor Who thing, this TV show is in the Book of Records of Guinness because it's the longest TV show ever in the history of humanity
How many
because
seasons?
it's been going on for more than 60 years.
60?
60, 60.
Has television
They
been around?
had, yeah, they had their anniversary, like, I don't remember, a couple of years ago. They celebrated like 60 years or even 65. Anyway, I haven't watched like the very old seasons of Doctor Who. I mean, I know the characters, I know all of the doctors from the previous seasons, but when I got hooked on, I started watching from like when they did the rebirth of the show in 2000s.
Hmm.
So that's when I started watching, and I was just like obsessed. And that is also the show that I've watched a couple of times. There's like, I cannot even count the seasons because normally you don't count the seasons, you count the doctors. So yeah, I cannot even remember how many times I watched that as well. Yeah, so I guess that one. And right now, I actually am watching the TV show that Roberta recommended. The TV show is called The Fringe, and it's been
Yeah.
around for a while, since like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Never heard of it until Robbie told us about it. And it gives off like a lot the X-Files vibes, because
Hmm.
there's also like a lot of supernatural stuff, like people with some supernatural abilities. There are no aliens so far, but anyway, very interesting.
Okay.
This is like what I'm binge watching right now.
I'll
Yeah.
have to watch. I do have to watch that one.
Yeah.
Okay. One that I know that we both love is Stranger
Oh
Things.
my God, Stranger
So
Things.
sad it's over, but
I'm
great,
traumatized by this one.
really great
Yeah.
series. No
Yeah.
spoilers, but it was overall a good series.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like the
Yeah.
first couple of seasons, like they were amazing.
Yeah.
But like after the ending, I told Hannah that like I was I was traumatized a little bit.
There's
And Hannah told me that I was probably very much invested in the characters and
I
stuff. But
wasn't as
yeah,
emotionally invested, so I wasn't as
guilty as
traumatized,
charged.
but
Yeah.
I don't know, there are so many, an overwhelming amount of TV shows these days that it's so hard to keep up, right?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I finished Game of Thrones recently.
Oh my God, love it.
Really good. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really good as well. Um, I love also historical dramas. So I loved Downton Abbey was one that I really, really loved while it was still
Mm,
airing. And Bridgerton, like I had
mm-hmm.
read the books, which I loved, and then the shows came out and loving it still.
Mm-hmm.
So those are two that I really enjoy watching as well. I've heard The Queen is really good if you like historical
The
dramas.
Queen or the Crown?
The Crown.
Mm-hmm.
The Queen or The Crown?
I
The
guess it's the
Crown?
Crown.
Yeah, yeah. So I do have to watch that. That's on my list to watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen those, but I mean,
Yeah.
it is something that I guess that I would enjoy
Yeah.
watching.
I would say, okay, if I'm gonna recommend an easy watch, there's one show that's really nice. It's called Abbott Elementary. So it's a more modern, like it is these days. The Office and stuff, and that's
Hmm.
all over. It's from a long time ago. I think everybody knows those types of
Hmm.
recommendations. But Abbott Elementary is really great for, I want to say for language learners, because
Hmm.
the setting is in a school. It's an elementary school,
Oh.
and it's about like the main characters are the teachers and like the principal at the school,
Hmm.
and the comedy is just gold. It's really, really good.
So it's a comedy
It's a
show.
comedy show.
Oh, nice.
So again, the structure is very simple. Like it's a 20-minute episodes, and it really, really funny. Really
Hmm.
funny, I would say. Yeah. And
Awesome.
really great to watch. Just an easy
Hmm.
watch.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're talking about recommendations,
Yeah.
I don't, nothing comes to mind, to be honest, from what we haven't discussed yet. But what recommendation I would give to our listeners, watch the movies in English with subtitles.
Yeah, huge
That's
help.
very, it's a huge help, guys. Your brain will do all the work for you,
Yeah.
honestly. And I always tell Hannah that up until today, I always watch movies with subtitles, like
Yeah.
always. And this way I get to learn some new words. Sometimes I pick up a word and I come and I'm like, oh my God, Hannah, I learned a new word
Yeah.
in this movie
It's
or
it's
that
a
TV
big
show.
it's a big uh it's one of the main reason ways how I learned Korean. Like I love Korean variety shows. I still love watching Korean variety
Hmm.
shows, and I would watch them, and
Hmm.
you don't really, I guess, in Korea, I couldn't find English subtitles for Korean
Hmm.
shows, obviously, because they were on cable TV. But Korean variety shows, they use a lot of subtitles, and
Uh-huh.
they'll edit the TV show, the
Oh,
variety shows,
really?
so that you
Like the
can,
bubbles, like
yeah, like
speech
bubbles,
bubbles?
speech bubbles, like little things at the bottom, whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm reading Korean as well as listening to Korean,
Yeah.
so I can read what they're
Hmm.
saying. So it was really helpful, and it honestly helped me so much with my listening and my natural tone of
Hmm.
speaking. So when I was like
Yeah.
speaking in conversation, I was aware of how to, like, you know, intonate and express a
Hmm.
little bit more naturally, like a native
Nice.
speaker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Totally
really,
agree.
yeah.
So turn on those subtitles. And I'm really sorry, Hannah, but I have to go. I have to go and watch another episode of
All
the TV
right,
show
better
that
get
I'm
to it.
watching.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not gonna watch itself,
No.
right? So it was a very nice talk. Thank you. And you guys send us an email at eslpoducateme@gmail.com. We would love to hear about your favorite movies or TV shows, or maybe you have some recommendations for us, or maybe you watched some of the movies that we discussed, and maybe you agree or disagree with us on how great they are. So it would be nice to hear from you.
Yes. All right. And stay tuned later for our language lab.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay tuned. We have the Language Lab coming up next. Welcome back to Language Lab, where we rewind our episodes, pause the scene, and zoom in on the language.
And in our latest episode, we talked about our favorite movies and TV shows, from rom-com comfort watches to mind-melting thrillers.
That's right. So today we are dissecting the expressions that we use. So grab your popcorn.
Yeah, we should have brought some
I know,
popcorn for
right?
this one. Yeah. And the first word of the day is the word either way. Either way means in any case, regardless of which option happens. For example, either way, I'm watching it. Whether you want me to or you don't want me to, whether I have popcorn or not, either way, I'm doing it.
That's right. Next, we have the word high hopes, or expression high hopes. High hope, I think that's kind of self-explanatory, but it's kind of like strong expectations that something will be good, right? And we use this a lot when we talk about, like, when we're exchanging recommendations for
Uh-huh.
movies, we say, "Oh, I have high hopes for this movie," or "I have high hopes for this show." It's like, yeah, I'm really expecting something good.
Something good.
Yeah.
Or like we were talking, we used the expression high hopes when we were talking about the movie that they made about the book that both of us read, and we
Yes.
loved the book, so we have such high hopes
Very high
for it.
hopes.
Yeah. The next is a beautiful word, the word TIFF. And TIFF refers to the Toronto International Film Festival.
So fun.
So fun. This is one of the largest film festivals in the world, and it's held annually in Toronto. So they block off the whole street for this festival. It lasts for like a week, 7 days, 8 days, I guess.
Yeah.
And you can see a lot of celebrities actually because they're coming for the showings of their movies, and it's always a lot of fun. The street is so busy. It's usually held at the beginning of September, so the weather is gorgeous, and there's obviously a lot of like food trucks and stuff, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Tip,
Lots of
tip.
like celebrity sightings around
Uh-huh.
Toronto, and we get to like watch some really fun movies
Yeah.
before they actually come out in theaters. Really, really great festival that we have here, of many.
Yes.
All right, next we have an actual really fun word. It's three words that we have just kind of melted into one, and we use it for, honestly, like, we use it to describe genres too.
Mhm.
Whodunit. And the spelling of who done it is not exactly who done it, but you can check the spelling. It's used to describe like a mystery that's focused on like somebody who committed a crime, and so we call these kind of like who done it type stories. Yeah.
Yes. I when I hear who done it, I always remember one episode from Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Yeah.
one of also our favorite TV shows. If you guys haven't watched it, check it out. It's a comedy. It's like a
Hmm.
mockumentary, a lot of fun, and they have their the chief of police, Captain Holt, and he's like very eloquent. He follows like proper grammar. And one day, one of the coworkers, he was like, "Oh my God, this is like who done it?" And Captain Holt was, I hope that you're referring to who has done it and not who done it. Like, this is an abomination for the grammar. Anyway, speaking about who done it, in this game, you have to conduct an investigation. An investigation is a careful search for facts. Usually in the games like this, or in the movies like this, and crime dramas, usually, it involves dramatic lighting and intense music and aha moments.
That's right. Deteriorate. Deteriorate means to become worse over time. And this can be used to describe anything that gets worse over time, right? So you can say like anything that you use, right? Like my computer or my cell phone. The
Mhm.
quality of it, of course, it goes down, right? The quality goes down as it gets older. So you say it deteriorates over time. Um,
Or your joints.
your joints deteriorate over time, your bones, yes, your skin, everything. TV shows, sometimes they can deteriorate over
Yeah.
time, which is kind of common and sad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the next word.
Boom, 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 boom.
The next word is the word heartthrob. And heartthrob is someone who is extremely attractive and admired by a large population. And every generation has at least one heartthrob. And nowadays, I guess that when I hear the word heartthrob, I associate it with Pedro Pascal.
These days, yes, 100%.
Oh my God,
I
he's
mean,
such a heartthrob.
oh my gosh. Growing up when I was a younger, we had like JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. We had Justin Timberlake was a heartthrob.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of
And about heartthrob, you guys might have seen this viral video on the internet where Pedro Pascal participates in this thing where the celebrities are being attached to the lie
the lie
detector
detector
and they
test.
have to answer questions. And one of the questions, he was actually asked, do you know that people call you like heartthrob on the internet? Like, do you think that you're a heartthrob? And he got like super shy and he was like, of course not. And the person who was like conducting the experiment, they were like, he's lying.
That's what makes him a heartthrob,
Exactly.
honestly. Itching, to be itching to say. So, itching literally means you're like scratching your skin. You know, when you get a mosquito bite or something like that, you're itching your skin. But we can also use this to describe when we want to say something,
Mhm.
right? So when I'm itching to speak or itching to say something, you can't wait. You really want to tell somebody something. So it's like, for example, if I watched a really good movie and I want to tell Helen all about it, I'm like itching to give away the ending, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't give
No
any spoilers.
spoilers.
Yes.
That is true. Narrow down. When you're narrowing down something that you're talking about, it means that you reduce options to a smaller number, or you're reducing the amount of the things that you want to say to like just the main points. So it is impossible to pick one favorite show until you narrow it down.
There's too many options
Too
these
many
days.
options.
Posthumous. Posthumous is something that happens after someone's death. We know the prefix post, it means after. So when we say somebody became famous posthumously,
Yeah.
right? It's like they became famous after they died or after they
Mm-hmm.
passed.
Yeah. Unparalleled. I love this adjective, and this adjective describes something that has no equal or it is unmatched. So you cannot make any parallels with anything else. So an unparalleled performance leaves you speechless in a theater or in a movie theater.
Yeah. One thing to remember about the word parallel is there are parallel letters in the actual word. The
Yes,
L's, the
the
two L's
L's.
are
Oh,
parallel.
I love it.
Good
Yeah.
way to remember
Uh-huh.
the spelling of it. Yeah. Glorify, to glorify is to make something seem better or more admirable than it actually is, usually. So,
Hmm.
you can say some movies have been glorified or some actors have been glorified. Um, a lot of the time in movies, violence can be glorified in like a romantic way or something like that, and some people have issues with that.
Or glorifying villains. This is
Glor
what we were talking
Yes.
about, that they're being glorified either because the movie directors show like a different side of the
Mhm.
famous story, or because they chose like such great heartthrob actors to play the villain that everybody's like, nope,
Falls in love.
I refuse to see him as a villain. He's amazing. Another word that we have on our list is the word dimension. And this word has, it's a very versatile word,
Hmm.
I would say. And dimension means depth and complexity. And you can say it about, I don't know, about people's relationship. You can say it about, uh, I don't know, even your makeup, you need to give some dimension to your face, or even about like the setting, like with the help of lights and some objects, you can give like dimension, meaning that you're giving some depth and complexity to the things.
That's right. Suspense. Suspense
Dun, dun,
is
dun.
this feeling of, it's like a feeling of anxious excitement, and you're waiting to see what happens next. There's a lot of suspense in thriller movies, in horror
Hmm.
movies, this type of thing.
Hmm. And if the movies are really good, the movie can be called critically acclaimed. And if you guys have Netflix, you know that there are different like categories. And one of the categories is critically acclaimed TV
That's
shows
right.
or movies. And it means that these TV shows or movies, they were praised by professional critics. And praised meaning that the critics who watched them, they were like, this is a good movie. I acclaim it. You can watch it, guys.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always mean that audience agree,
A lot of the time
but
they don't.
I mean, what do we know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
we're not
example,
professional critics.
yeah, that's very true. But for example, a lot of uh, non-critically acclaimed movies are in the genre of rom-com, which is our next
Hmm.
vocabulary word.
Hmm.
Rom-com is short for romantic comedy. I love rom-coms. There's a huge audience for rom-coms, but they are not always critically acclaimed, I would say.
Hmm.
Lighthearted, funny, it's always some sort of love story. People live happily ever after.
Yeah, happy ending.
Yep.
Hmm. The next expression is no stakes. And if you say no stakes, it means that nothing important to lose. There is nothing important to lose. And I guess that like the connection that I have in my mind is about, guys, when people play poker and they have to raise stakes. So they like use these chips that represent money.
Yeah.
And if you have no stakes, it means that like you won't lose any money. So this is not something risky.
Mhm.
But here we were talking about movies or TV shows, of course. And if a story has no stakes, it feels safe, maybe even too safe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Clueless. So, not just the name of a classic movie, but when we actually say somebody is clueless, it means that they're just completely just unaware of everything around them, maybe not super informed about
Hmm.
current events or whatever. They just have no idea about what's going on around, like very ignorant of what's going on around them. We can say they're totally clueless.
Is there some expression like living on the moon? Because we would say that like, do you
They,
live on the moon? Like that
yeah,
you
yeah, you can say like you have your head in the clouds.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting. Oh, the next expression, I love it so much. And this is the expression edge of your seat. So imagine that you're so excited or so invested or so interested in something that you're literally sitting on the edge of the, I don't know, whatever you're sitting, a chair, a bench, a couch, your seat in a TV, in a movie theater. So to be on the edge of your seat means that you're extremely excited or nervous about what happens next.
Yes. Okay, so this one here, the next vocabulary word is a vo pronunciation alert.
Mm-hmm.
The word is suspect or suspect. Now you can hear the intonation, the stress is a little bit different. The first one, suspect, is the noun form of the word. And a suspect is a person that you may think committed a crime, right? So, for example, there was a theft, like somebody robbed a bank, and we have three suspects. So,
Mm-hmm.
three people who we think did it. The verb form is pronounced suspect, and it just means like I believe that somebody is
Mm-hmm.
guilty or they have done this, right? So I suspect that maybe this person is the suspect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great. And the next great expression is shake to the core. And to shake someone to the core, or if you're shaken to your core, it means that someone is deeply shocked or emotionally affected by something. Like, oh, when I heard the news, I was shook to my core
Yeah.
by whatever
Like
happened.
all the way inside you feel it in
Shaken.
your body. You
Yes.
feel it. Yeah. Binge watch.
Ugh.
Really common word that we use. We can even just say binge as a
Mm-hmm.
verb. Like I binged. I actually used it just this morning talking to my friends because we've been all watching the Bridgerton series
Uh-huh.
and the new episode, like not to date, but like the new episodes like just came out, and then we were talking about, oh, I just binged it last night. Um, it just means you're watching multiple episodes or an entire season of a series
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, just in one sitting, in one night.
Yeah.
We say binge. Yeah,
Hmm. But also binge can go not only with watching, you can also
you're right.
binge drinking or binge eating
Binge eating, binge drinking. It just means like you're
excessively.
consuming something
Mhm.
a lot at once.
Mhm. No brainer. And if something is no brainer, it's an easy decision. Like for me, when I need a comfort show, it's a no brainer. I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian. Yeah.
Yep, that's a no-brainer for
Yeah.
sure. Partial to. Like I am partial to something. It means that you have a preference. That's all it means, right? So I'm more partial to rom-coms, whereas you're more partial to sci-fis.
Yeah. Good one. Mind melting. Mind melting is something that is extremely confusing or complex. It's like imagine your brain or is like literally melting by what you're watching because it's so hard to like follow the plot and all of the twists and all of the storylines. So that is something mind melting.
Hmm. Opposite of no-brainer, I guess, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
A knockoff. A knockoff is a cheap copy of something or like a cheap version of something that's popular or something that is not the actual brand but looks like the actual brand, right?
Mhm.
So you can say like knockoff purse. So you have like I don't know, knockoff Gucci purse, which means it's not real. It's not a real Gucci
Mhm.
purse, but you maybe you got it on the street for a few bucks.
Yeah, that can also happen. And I was ranting about one TV show that I'm watching, and it's called Fringe. And Fringe is something unusual, unconventional, or outside the mainstream. This is the definition of the word.
Hmm.
But also, before I moved to Canada, in my vocabulary, the word fringe also meant banks.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
We don't really say fringed for bangs here,
exactly.
but we also use the word fringe for a type of clothing where you have like,
Yeah.
you know, those like cowboy
Yeah.
jackets,
That's
those like
also called
little loose
French.
things that cut
Hmm.
out. Yeah, we call
Yes.
those fringe. All right, so that wraps up today's cinematic vocabulary breakdown. And whether you are into critically acclaimed masterpieces or fringe mind-melting plot spirals,
Either way, you're now linguistically ready for your close-up.
so keep listening, keep learning, and
Educate
podugate yourself.
yourself.